This week on Golf Destination, we visit Wedgewood Pines, centrally located in Stow, Massachusetts. This family-owned course boasts a championship golf course, aquatic complex, and a 20,000 square foot clubhouse. Let's learn all there is to know next on Golf Destination. Hello and welcome to Golf Destination. I'm your host Meredith Gorman, coming to you from the sociable DJI Communication Studios just outside of Boston. Wedgewood Pines is a quintessential family business opened in 1998, and it has been a popular destination for golfers, families, and people looking to celebrate life's greatest occasions. Let's learn more.
Wedgewood started in 1991. My dad and I started here picking away on the weekends. We picked up full steam in about 1996. From there, we opened the front nine in 97, and then the back nine in 1998. We finished the clubhouse in 2001. We owned a course up in the western part of the state. It was a bit too far for us to travel. We had this land here. We permanented it. From there, we decided golf's a great place to be, and that's what was our passion. That's where we started to cut in the golf course and became Wedgewood. Being a family business, we're here hands-on every day. Corporate are great courses, I have nothing against them, but being a family business, I'm here 70 hours a week. My sister's here 70 hours a week. It's our passion, it's our love. This is what we do.
Working with the family is, I feel very fortunate to work with my family, especially where we work so well together. My brother works around the clock, as did my dad. He follows right along, and my son right behind him. So it's just fun to see the course develop the way it has.
The mission statement for the club would be a family club that anybody would love to join. Our goal here is to have everybody come here and enjoy what we put together for them and enjoy every round here.
Wedgewood Pines is a very family-oriented club. We've watched many families, including our own, grow with the club. So it's fun to see the kids, now young adults, really getting into golf and really enjoying the club.
The atmosphere is one of welcoming here at Wedgewood. We want everybody to come here, get out of their car, feel like they can have a great round, come down to the 19th hole and enjoy themselves with our family, with our members, and with a group of friends.
We're always looking to improve, and we listen to our members and are mindful to what they want and just try to create the right experience for our members.
I would best describe Wedgewood Pines as a place of tranquility. You can come here, look at the stone walls, look at all the high pines and say, wow, this was all one forest at one time, and they've carved out a beautiful golf course.
Wedgewood Pines is a very friendly atmosphere. You feel comfortable from the minute you drive in to the time you leave.
Now let's learn about the thrilling 18 holes at Wedgewood Pines.
Over the decades, I believe we've been in business now for 26 or 27 years, and it has evolved. We've taken out some trees. It has played firmer, more fast. The turf has matured greatly over the years, and you can see it in the condition of the turf out here. That's how I would describe it best, the condition of the turf. It's perfect. From when I first got here, the drainage they've added, they've made significant improvements to the golf course, which is why most people belong here for the golf. And it's really come full circle. The person who plays well is somebody who has a terrific short game that can get it up and down from a short side, from just short of the green, just over the green, in that thick rough. We have very thick rough here, which is very challenging for a lot of golfers. And those people that can place the ball, land it in the right spot on the green, and have it release up to the hole, those are the players out here. The bunkers are the closest thing to PGA Tour that you'll see. They are very firm. They are sanded on top. They're absolutely perfect. The green complexes are all raised. Very unique in that each one leading up to it has a small to a large raise in front of the green. So therefore you have many options. You can roll it along the ground, you can pitch it right up on top. It leaves the golfer with many options here, and that's why the cream rises to the top. The greens here at Wedgewood Pines are traditional New England. They're on the smaller side. They are fairly flat for the most part. They've got subtle undulations there, which are very tricky. Of all the courses I've played, they have many double breaks out here, which is very, very tough on a putt that looks fairly straight. Green speeds vary depending on whether we have a big event coming up. We will sometimes, for most of the member play here, because they are so very challenging, we will stick to 9.5. And then as we just had our big invitational this past week, we delve into the 10.5 and 11s right there. Favorite par 3 is obviously our signature hole, is our 14th hole. It has a pond in front of the green there, risk reward. We put a front pin up there and you want to get it close. It has a nice rise in front of the green. If you leave it just a bit too short, it comes right back. Very medium distance, 135 yards from the green white tees backwards to 165 yards, so it's not overly long where you're having to rip a 3-wood in there. It's a nice mid to short iron. Wedges for some of the big hitters there. Ladies' tees play about 100 yards, 105 yards, but it requires a precise shot. And if you get careless, you will pay. Favorite par 4 is the starting hole here. I think it's the most beautiful one out here. The tee shot is cut through the trees, traditional New England, like the whole golf course. And when you get out there and you get on the green and you look back and you can see it's a wide expanse, and it's always struck me. It's just a beautiful hole. Favorite par 5 is the 15th hole here, because that's the hole where you can make some money on. It's a relatively, it would be a bear of a par 4, but could be classified as a par 4. It's a short par 5. Many players can reach it in 2, which is always nice. It gives you a nice opportunity if you're struggling in your round to regain some momentum. And if you're having a great round, you can really put the pedal to the metal there, make a 3 or a 4. TV4 as we call it, a 2-putt birdie. And it really gets you to the house in a good position, good frame of mind. We have Mondays and Tuesdays available for outside outings. We have, as far as the size, we can accommodate anywhere from 72 up to 128 is our maximum. We have 64 golf carts here. We've got a great staff that is eager to help in any way we can. We are a full service operation. When you show up, we have full sponsor signs. We do your scorecards, your cart signs. We do your proximity markers out there. We'll run you the results up to your function afterwards and have a great time.
Coming up, we take a look at the front 9 of Wedgewood Pines and all of the offerings at the course when Golf Destination, presented by Goslings of Bermuda, continues.
Golf Destination is brought to you in part by Goslings of Bermuda, Dare to be Happy. Club Benchmarking, your partner on the path to data-driven leadership.
Dare. To smile and laugh out loud. To go to the beach instead of the office. To wear sneakers instead of heels, or heels instead of sneakers. To wear white after Labor Day and sunglasses at night. Dare. To say no or yes. To take a long bath or a short walk. To have dessert for dinner or to grill in the snow. Dare to have fun. And most of all, dare to be happy. Goslings Rep. Happy since 1806.
Club Benchmarking Capital Reserve Study arms you with a precise chronological roadmap of capital requirements and associated costs. Our process includes a thorough financial analysis, in-depth staff interviews, and an on-site inspection to evaluate, document, and prioritize your club's capital repair and replacement requirements over a rolling 20-year timeline. Club Benchmarking, your partner on the path to data-driven leadership.
When you support the Weeman Fund, you're not only supporting kids who have dreams and desires to obtain a higher education, but also kids who have these core values of golf instilled in them in such a way that it'll allow them to succeed.
It's changed my life. It's given me opportunity. I've grown so much as a person.
I
feel like I have a sense of freedom once I leave school that if I wasn't part of the WeMet Fund, I wouldn't be able to have.
Golf Destination is brought to you in part by Goslings of Bermuda. Dare to be happy.
Welcome back to Golf Destination. I'm Meredith Gorman here at the Sociable DJI Communications Studios. Let's take a look at the front side of Wedgewood Pines Country Club in Stow, Massachusetts. The first hole at Wedgewood grabs your attention. This par 4 of 400 yards demands that you have properly warmed up as sand is protecting this hole throughout on this slight dogleg right. The second hole is right out in front of you, which is good, but it will also require a long iron or utility to reach this 190-yard plus hole. 3 may offer you the first time at birdie. This dogleg right par 5 stretches out to about 500 yards. Sand again protects this hole throughout, but getting it on in 2 for a 2-putt birdie is very doable. The fourth is another solid par 4 of 400 yards. Navigate your tee shot through the fairway bunkers to a slightly downhill green. The green is large. The fifth is an uphill par 5 with a lone bunker protecting the right side of the fairway. Your approach will be a bit downhill to a green that is protected by 2 elongated bunkers. The sixth requires a good shot over a hazard that should travel over 180 yards. There is room in front if you are a little short, and the green has 2 bunkers protecting it. The seventh is a par 4 measured at just under 400 yards. Accuracy off the tee is at a premium as a pond lurks down the left side. The approach is uphill to a wonderfully framed green with the majestic clubhouse sitting behind it. The eighth requires you to hit over water, but it shouldn't be a problem as it isn't a long carry. The fairway narrows, hit it far enough, and you'll have a mid-iron to a downhill green. The ninth requires a tee ball that goes left to right. Hit the hill right, and you could have your longest drive of the day. Your approach will be uphill to a good-sized green. You've completed a string of solid golf holes at Wedgewood Pines. The good news is that the back 9 plays 300 yards shorter, but there's still a lot of work to do to complete your round. Wedgewood Pines facility is more than just golf. Let's take a look at some of their amenities.
Wedgewood's very convenient. It's about 5 minutes off of 495 Central Massachusetts. It's pretty much a little hidden gem in the middle of Stow, Massachusetts. We do have a championship golf course, 18 holes, fabulous conditions. We have an Olympic-sized swimming pool. We offer indoor simulators all winter long and multiple restaurant areas. Membership at Wedgewood Pines is multiple levels. It's an age-driven membership and then category, which is family or individual. It's a really member-centric club. We have a great membership, a lot of repeat members. It's an annual membership here, but completely private. So it's really used for the golf and a lot of families using the pool. The clubhouse here at Wedgewood Pines was built in around 2002. It's 20,000 square feet. We have a beautiful ballroom that can host up to about 250 people. We have multiple restaurants downstairs that are private for the member-only area, as well as an outdoor patio that seats up to 100. We also have an indoor simulator lounge upstairs for just our members, which can host up to about 40 people. Wedgewood handles many different functions in the ballroom or outside. We have a lot of weddings on property. We do wedding ceremonies on property on our outdoor patio that can seat about 140 people. So many different parties. We can sit up 40 people to 250 people on property. Wedgewood Pines golf outings, we can host up to 128 players with our brand new cart fleet that we have. And they run through May through October. Wedgewood Pines has a website, wedgewoodpines.com, that would have most of the information about the club and how to contact us to come in and take a tour. So Wedgewood's really, it's about personal attention. Our Wedgewood Pines staff is incredible. We just really deliver an incredible experience here.
Still ahead, we play the back nine at Wedgewood Pines when Golf Destination, presented by Goslings of Bermuda, continues.
Club Benchmarking Capital Reserve Study arms you with a precise chronological roadmap of capital requirements and associated costs. Our process includes a thorough financial analysis, in-depth staff interviews, and an on-site inspection to evaluate, document, and prioritize your club's capital repair and replacement requirements over a rolling 20-year timeline. Club Benchmarking, your partner on the path to data-driven leadership. It's about more than boating. It's about the boating lifestyle. From the distinguished yachtsman to the day sailor and cruising family. Join hosts Sierra Goodwill and John Methia for The Drift. It's new adventures and places to explore. It's the latest gadgets, newest technology, and safety tips you'll use. It's The Drift, and it's about the best in boating. Brought to you by Boat US. Get the drift?
Dare to smile and laugh out loud, to go to the beach instead of the office, to wear sneakers instead of heels, or heels instead of sneakers, to wear white after Labor Day and sunglasses at night. Dare to say no or yes, to take a long bath or a short walk, to have dessert for dinner or to grill in the snow. Dare to have fun, and most of all, dare to be happy. Goslings Rep, happy since 1806.
Club Benchmarking, your partner on the path to data-driven leadership.
Hello and welcome back to Golf Destination. I'm your host Meredith Gorman from the sociable DJI Communication Studios just outside of Boston. Now let's take a look at the back nine at Wedgewood Pines Country Club. Now it's time to finish your round at Wedgewood Pines, and they start you off on a dogleg left par 4. A lone pine awaits those trying to get aggressive with their tee shot. Your approach is to an elevated green with ample pin placements. You quickly drive over a wooden bridge to a par 3 measuring around 170 yards. This hole is brimming with opportunity for par or better. The 12th is a straightforward par 4 of about 365 yards. Red stakes line the left side of the fairway, so play it smart and just get your tee shot in play. The green is considered medium to large. The 13th is a risk-reward par 5 that can be reached in 2. Hit a good tee shot and ignore the hazard fronting the green. Rip it over and you'll have a chance for eagle on this elevated green. The 14th is a slight downhill par 3 measuring around 160 yards. Carry the hazard for an opportunity at birdie. The green is large, so hit it as close to the pin as you can to avoid a dreaded 3-putt. The 15th is another solid par 4 with a distance of 450 yards from the black. Play it from the member tees at 475 yards, and it is played as a par 5. It's a solid golf hole, no matter the tee. The 16th is your last par 3 of your round and can be played up to 160 yards. It is a little uphill, but should not pose too much difficulty. The 17th is a dogleg right par 4 of just under 400 yards. A hazard bisects the fairway, so know how far you have to hit it off the tee. The green is again elevated. The 18th ends the course on a roar, as this par 5 is the longest hole on the course at up to 540 yards. It's a slight dogleg right that could give you extra run on your tee ball. Play it smartly, and par will be a good score. Wedgewood Pines Country Club is a wonderful walk through the tall pines of Stow, Massachusetts. Up next, Peter Mackey returns to give us a quick tip with the Little General on a smooth putting stroke, and we learn the vital statistics of the course when Golf Destination, presented by Goslings of Bermuda, continues.
Golf Destination is brought to you in part by Goslings of Bermuda. Dare to be happy.
Good afternoon, folks. My name is Peter Mackey. I'm the head golf professional at Wedgewood Pines Country Club here in beautiful Stow, Massachusetts. Today, our tip of the day is going to be speed putting. How do we lag it up close so our next one is stress-free? Here's how we do it. As we can see here, we have some subtle little hills, but nothing crazy. I'm looking whether this is uphill or downhill, east to west, north to south, as they say. Once I have that in my head, I am going to do everything I can with the Little General here. This is my buddy, all right? We're going to go right here. I'm going to make my line. Now I'm going to determine how far I hit this by the length and pace of my stroke, a twofold factor. I'm going to go here to here. And now I'm in the pendulum mode. My stroke never changes, whether this is a 1-footer or a 60-footer, but the length of my stroke and the pace of it does. So as I factor this in here, I'm making my best determination, just like when you guess those Powerball and Keno numbers. As I go into this position right here, I'm going to take this thing back based on my evidence right there, and I am going to do my best guesstimate. I'm going to hold the finish of that stroke just like this. So it's here, pendulum, eyes over this ball. That never changes, but from here, the length of this stroke right there, and I make my best guesstimate. Now, as you see, I had this line picked out because I practiced it 1,200 times before we did this take. But as we come up here, I left it about 1.5 feet short right there. Okay, so I'm very happy with that because this is a very stress-free moment for me on the very next one here where we can just come on up and just shoehorn that one right in. Okay, so when you are factoring in distance, we're looking for lay of the land, east-west slope, north-south, uphill, downhill. And then we get here, our stroke never changes. It's the length of our backstroke, but the pace of it. How good can you judge? The best putters in the world, they do a great job of it. Thanks for tuning in.
Here are the vital statistics for Wedgewood Pines Country Club in Stow, Massachusetts. The course can be played to nearly 6,700 yards from the black tees, which offer a rating of 73.8 and a slope of 137, and it plays as a par 70. Move it up to the blue member tees, and it plays to 6,484 yards, and the rating is 72.4 and a slope of 136. The white tees check in just over 6,000 yards with a rating of 71.3 and a slope of 131. The green and red tees offer women, seniors, and juniors varying degrees of difficulty. You can learn more about Wedgewood Pines Country Club at wedgewoodpines.com. Well, thank you for joining us as we look at Wedgewood Pines Country Club in Stow, Massachusetts. We hope you enjoyed today's show, and if you want more information, visit our online hub at golfdestination.tv. It has our social media channels and our broadcast schedule. I'm Meredith Gorman, and thanks for joining us.
Golf Destination is brought to you in part by Goslings of Bermuda. Dare to be happy. Club Benchmarking. Your partner on the path to data-driven leadership.